Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. Now we let out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. They are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Dowdle again. He's going to get this up to about the 28. Very close to picking up that 1st down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. Ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They sneak it with Rodgers. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. Dropped by the 1st guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Rodgers off the play action. Get some space around midfield. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. We're all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Hits him on the in route. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much.
Mike Tomlin never afraid to tell the officials how he feels, and he's got the challenge flag out.
Previous play is under review.
Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the first down. This is Downer on 2nd down. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
This is Metcalf working that right side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. That finds Pittman, complete. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. You got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
1st and goal. Here's Dowdle. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go. Brock, they take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Now, we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. Rodgers from the gun. And he sails that one over the end zone.
There was almost no resisting in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the 2nd or 3rd catch, somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly one series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it till they stop it.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Leggett with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second drive. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Young on 1st and 10. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move. They're into the backfield blowing it up.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Shotgun snap now to Young. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to bring up the Carolina 1st down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, Young. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. Pass brought in by Tyrone McMillan. And he pushed pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down from the 42. Young working from the gun. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here's Young again. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Panthers 1st down.
Panthers calling on Ryan Fitzgerald here to attempt this field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Fitzgerald sends this through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first. Fielded at the 7. This makes it up to the 25. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 22. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down. First and 10.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Rodgers going to throw on first. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First down. Here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll throw again. Rodgers. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Rodgers. Fits it through the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Steelers have a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned one.
Going again here, it's Rodgers. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
You can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. He brings it in. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that. These T coordinators hate quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
Throwing again, Rodgers. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers throw the lead coming out of halftime. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11.
Panthers 3.
Legent with a return here. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Panthers first. So we're through 3 here. It's the Panthers who... Young on the play action. Complete to Tremble. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he's officially in enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A 2nd down throw for Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Dumps it underneath, Hubbard. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Again, it's Young. He takes it himself. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap now to Young. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. This one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. comes Ryan Fitzgerald, and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. On the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Now 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation. That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate. That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On the draw, it's Dowdle. He dodged the tackle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on 1st. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And it's going to be a win for the Steelers. He gets them the first, and they can run this clock out.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
That's the beauty of mixing up your play calling like a great boxer. You never throw the same punch. Throw some unique looks. And that jet sweep, highly effective at moving the chains.
Line up the design keeper.